Hey, what's up, world? My name is Malcolm from Organically Awkward. If you haven't heard already about Anchor app, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First and foremost, it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it could be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Okay, looks like we're live.
We're live and direct, everybody. What's going on, world? So we're gonna kick off this next episode talking about the shoe game. I guess a couple of stories that we both been through. We like seasoned vets in this aspect.
I was kind of a late bloomer though. I came in. I want to say I didn't get into shoes until about ninth grade.
Okay. Yeah, I was. I could say the same for myself too. Like ninth grade, I want to say. Like I started actually like knowing about different shoes and stuff like that. Like I think I always like followed shoes. Like always like seeing, just watching the NBA, just seeing players like, oh shit, you got those on. Like what are those? But not knowing the names of it, of course. But it's like, oh shit, like those cool.
I mean, we always used to talk about it in like middle school, but I would say I didn't get shoes really until high school. I started getting them, but we would always talk about it and dream and talk about like Jordans and stuff. What was your first pair of like fresh sneakers?
My first pair, I would say it was in second grade. I had a pair of, I think the 14s came out, Jordan 14s. They were the white and black ones. And I remember my brother, he got them for me for Christmas. And I think they were like a little too small, and then it was just so uncomfortable.
I remember them white and black 14. The was it like the black toe or milk toe or what is it called?
The black toes, yeah.
Yeah, I remember those. Those were at the Nike outlet back in the day. And I still wasn't able to get them.
Damn. I think those were like the only pair I had. Otherwise, it was just straight Payless. Like my mom wasn't playing like if he was going to Payless or Mervyn's.
Those Ross joints, some Goodwill ones.
Yep. Big Five, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Big Five Nikes.
I remember one time, I'll never forget, like, I think it was like a little bit after the 14s I got, I was like third grade or something. My mom took me to a Big Five to look for some shoes, and they had the 15s in there. And they was like on clearance. And they had like some Laney 5s in there. They was on clearance. And I was begging my mom, like, Mom, can you get these? She was like, hell no. They was like $75. She was like, hell no. She ended up getting
in my Big Five experience, I ain't never seen no Jordan. You see only them Big Five exclusives.
Right. I ended up selling with some Shaqs.
I got some Shaqs from Kmart.
Yeah, I had some Shaqs from Kmart.
And it was funny. I used them for seventh grade PE, and I thought people were gonna laugh at me. And I don't think anybody ever noticed that they were Shaqs.
Right.
Like it was like a clean pair.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I had some seventh grade too for PE, the black ones with the zipper.
I remember seventh grade. I had a lot of hand-me-downs too.
Yeah,
I had them hand-me-downs. I want to say my first pair of Jordans were actually some hand-me-downs, some ripped up Bred 11s.
I remember those
up to the ground.
I remember those.
They're clean to me. I used to super glue them every time. I had to super glue them at every wearing because they were falling apart. The bottoms were all messed up.
Yeah, I remember those. I remember those.
The first shoe, like I remember, where I was like, "This is the cleanest pair of shoes I ever had."
Like, your first love, like, yeah.
I forget what year exactly. I don't remember how old I was, but it was in the 90s, and I had a pair of Stackhouse Filas. I thought those were the cleanest thing ever, and I got them. It was like some like, you remember that? It was like in San Pablo, where that Ross is, like across the street from the casino. There was like a shoe store all that like that used to be there, and I got me some Stackhouse Filas, and I didn't know they were Stackhouses until I got home.
Yeah,
my brothers were roasting me, talking about, you got some Stackhouses, and I'm like, and I didn't take it like they're roasting me, but I took it as like a compliment. I'm like, these are some Stackhouses.
See, I didn't even know that. Were they the spaghetti joints?
It was like were they spaghetti? Because it was it was like all white, and then there was like a red like V going through it, like a red line going through it, like kind of like a
Right.
V, and that was where the Fila little logo was, and then I think on
Okay.
the back it said, and on the back it says Stackhouse, like on the back bottom.
Right.
Those are my first loves.
Okay.
I would never wear them today, but
Right.
that was a good shoe. Other than that, I remember them K Swiss joints back in the day.
Oh man, them case of classics. The commercial, you get the 2 for $50.
was it 2 for like 90 or something at Foot Locker?
First it used to be 2 for $50, and then they bumped them up because they got popular. Next summer they were 2 for $90. Them K Swiss used to be the ones, man. I remember I had a white pair, black pair. Them should just be the ones.
I'd probably wear a pair of all white K Swiss classics. I'd probably rock them right now.
Shit, hell yeah, with no socks. Summertime. Barbecue status.
I'll probably wear some socks. I don't know about that.
The low cuts, the low cut. And you can't wear no high top socks with those, man. Straight low top socks or no socks.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I remember those. Those are definitely like to me, honestly, I was actually like messing with those more than like Air Forces at that time. I remember a lot of cats was like on Air Forces like back like when I was like in 5th grade, 6th grade. But
I've never really been big on Air Forces. Like an all white pair is all right to me.
yeah,
But I've never really been a big fan of Air Forces.
right. That's like me too. Like I like all white ones are like cool. Like it's like if I want like an all white shoe, I'll probably go with those. But like outside of that, it's like I'm not really a big fan, honestly. Like everybody got them, you know what I mean? Like everybody like wears them. So I mean that kind of like already defeated that purpose for me. Like I like wearing stuff that's like different.
Yeah. Like Air Forces, Dunks, Jordan 1s, like I just never been too big on them. I've worn Dunks before, but I was never really a big fan. It was like a hand-me-down type of situation.
Right.
And Jordan 1s, I've never owned a pair of Jordan 1s.
Mm-hmm. I like Jordan 1s, certain colors though, and then Dunks. Like I like the way Dunks look, but like I tried them on my feet. I don't like the way they look on my feet, but like they look dope. Like outside, like like people wearing them or whatever. It's like they look cool, but it's just I never really got into them like that. It's crazy.
If I had to go,
no, what you gonna say?
If I had to pick one of the 3 Dunks, Jordan 1s or Air Forces, I'd probably go Dunks. Just because I like my shoes a little bit slimmer, and those ones are a little bit slimmer. It looks like I'll probably go with those.
Right. And I was gonna say it's kind of crazy, like how now Dunks like they started like popping now, like again. Like I remember like when we was in high school, like that shit used to be like that was like a thing, you know. Like I remember we used to be on like J's, but like other cats they was like on Dunks. Like they would come out with hella different crazy colors and like cats camping out and all that shit, and then like they kind of just died away, and then now like they're trying to like make a comeback, but it's just crazy to see, you know, like damn, like this shit used to be on the outlets a couple years ago, and now all of a sudden it's like a thing again.
I was surprised when I found out people were camping out for New Balances. I didn't know what was going on.
Man,
for a pair of New Balances.
I ain't gonna lie. I had one pair of New Balances like recently. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like them shits is mad comfortable. You find the right colors, like.
But would you camp out for those?
Hell nah. Hell nah. Do you have any camp out stories? Have you ever camped out for a shoe?
Hell no, I'd never camp out for no shoe. I'll pay $10,000 before I camp out for a fucking pair of shoes. That's ridiculous to me. Like, I mean, some people like the experience and like camping out for shoes or like video game, like the PS5 or whatever Xbox, but not me. I ain't sitting out in the cold for no one, no object, nothing. I mean, fucked up, man.
I think I had I never camped out personally, but I remember having like I had one story, kind of like a camp out story. It was like 2007, and it was when the Aqua 8s came out, the Jordan Aqua 8.
I remember this story. Yeah, I remember this one.
And I saved up all my money, and then like my brother, he worked in the mall, and then like he agreed to like, all right, I'll spend a night at his house. He'll take me to the spot in the morning. And I was in the mall, like that shit was dead. Like nobody was like, it was before it even opened. And that was a pretty cool experience just to go through there, get my pair, and then like when I was walking out, I just seen hella cats was like in line, like looking at me like, Fuck. I just got in my brother's car and got up out of there like.
And that was when the day started when like people were stabbing each other
Yeah,
for
yeah,
shoes and stuff.
yeah. That was a crazy
And
time during that time.
I would never. You want to take? You want my shoes? You can have them.
Man,
I ain't getting shot for no shoes.
man, for real.
You can have my spot in line. Here, cut me. Hey, friends can cut me. Your family can cut me. Everybody can cut me. I am not dying over a pair of shoes.
Yeah, nah, I never been with that wave. And
What's the latest shoe you got?
the latest one, actually, it was yesterday. I got those nines, them Jordan 9s.
Was it the North Carolina?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So like, I didn't want to get like, I don't know. It was kind of like I was pondering like, should I get them? Should I not? And I was like, you know what? I had a nice looking paycheck this week. Might decide to treat myself for a Christmas gift. Everything else is going kind of messed up in my life. Might as well like add more fuel to the fire and just get these.
Did you go like to the store and pick them up?
Nah.
Like, are stores like still open for that?
Nah, I got them online. Like I waited till like 7,
Okay.
and I tried on like the Nike app. That shit wasn't working. Tried like Foot Locker. That shit wasn't working. Fence Line. That shit wasn't working. I got another little gym spot. They had them, and I was like, yo, I had to bust a move, and then so they should be on their way shortly.
Okay.
Yeah. What about yourself?
Me. So I went a couple years where I was kind of boycotting Jordans.
Right.
And so I kind of sold every Jordan I had, and I had one pair. I had some OG Sacramento 10s. That I still got those. And then recently, I kind of went and got some of my Gem Retro one, or not retro, actually OG colors that I wanted. So I went and got the Aqua 8s, 2015.
Okay.
Those ones are like OG. So I wanted to get those ones because they're more OG than the 07 as far as the colorway.
Right.
One got the Bordeaux 7s. I think those were from 2015, 2016 as well.
Yeah, they came out the same year.
And those are better than the ones that previously came out before that. Like
the
they look way more OG.
Yeah.
Because I actually had the OG of both of those. They turned it into mashed potatoes.
Oh,
so
shit.
It was a pretty terrible purchase. But I had the OGs to those. And so I copped those. And then I got one more. I got infrared 6s because I always wanted infrared 6s. I remember back in the day, I got that fake pair from you, but it was they were all messed up. And I try to be like the shoe doctor and bring them back. And I made it even worse. So I always wanted those. So I finally got those. So I copped all 3 of those recently.
Recent release ones, like the 2018, I think, version of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and those are the ones I bought on GOAT. And I was telling you, like, they came from, like, China. So I'm like, are these real? But I bought them on GOAT. So I don't know, man. They might be fake. If they're fake, I don't care. They look real.
Right.
It was just, because I bought shoes on GOAT before, but for some reason, the tag on the shipping label, it said Hong Kong. So I don't know, man. GOAT's usually reliable, but I don't know if they got
I had to do an inspection, verification. Yeah.
The boxes look good. The shoe looked good. Everything looked sturdy. Smelled a little weird, but
do it got that sticker? The little QC sticker in the box.
That QC, I don't know about a sticker.
Yeah, it's like 2 little stickers. Like if you got that, then
little stickers,
pretty much official.
Okay, I'm gonna take a look, see if it does got that.
But
those were the last 3. Oh, my bad.
Oh no, go on.
Those were the last 3 pairs that I copped. So I think I'm kind of done with Jordans. Yeah. I got my OGs, and that's about it. All I need.
Yeah, that's a good 3 right there. That's like probably like my top, definitely like in my top 5 of like Jordans, like the 6s, 7s, 8s, like that whole, like when he came out with those. I can imagine like if we was like, because we was born in 91, so if we was like our age now in 91, like when that came out, and then the 7th the year after that, and the 8th the year after that, it's like, damn, man, like he's hitting cats over the head with that shit, you know?
Yeah.
But
and that was the 90s. I don't know how people's pockets were looking around that time.
Right. But man, now it's actually hella funny when you mentioned them 6s, man. I'll never forget it. I got a story on those. I can remember Harold. Shout out to Harold, man. If you out there, you listening, man. But Harold had those, and I had class with him. I had like a Spanish class with him. I always just see him wearing them. And then I was like, man, those shits is fucking fresh. I don't know if they real or not. so I asked him one day if he was trying to sell them, and he was like, yeah, it's good. And I'm like, I forgot how much. I think I gave him like $50 or something like that. And yeah, that's how I ended up getting them. And then I remember when I got them home, and then I was trying to clean them and shit, and then I don't know, I just looking at pictures and looking at that. I'm like, I don't think these are the officials, but I was like, we're gonna make it work. And I got so many tales on that, during high school, from freshman year about coming through fake shoes. And it's crazy too, because when you look now, some of the colors that come out with, it's like, man, they had that shit back in the day, when we were when the fake shoe shit was like hyped at that time, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Some of the real stuff they come out, it's like you could have got that in the smoke shop back in the day. Like who's buying this trash nowadays?
Exactly. I ain't gonna lie, there it was a recent release of the most recent release of the Raptor 7s, the 2012 versions. Those look like straight up smoke shop shoes. They look.
Those came out again?
No, it was back in 2012.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I'm saying the quality, it looked compared to the 2002 ones, them shits was just and even I had them and they feel cheap. You know what I mean? They feel like them smoke shop ones. I'm like, man, I remember I had a pair of smoke shop 7s, and them things was instant classics. I think we done swapped those things back and forth so many times.
Yeah, those ones, to me, those ones were clean. I didn't care if those were fake. Those ones to me are real.
Mm-hmm.
It was great quality.
Yep. Yeah.
The only the paint ended up coming off, but it's they're good quality to me.
Yeah, because some of them fakes back in the day, them shit was, the quality was straight. I remember I had some Orlando 10s.
Yeah,
they were fake, but them shits was smooth. You know what I mean? The quality was cool.
I remember them Laney 5s you had too. Those ones looked hella real too.
Yeah, I remember. Didn't we get them at that spot over in Pinole, over the next to Lucky's?
Yeah, and I got the ones I got were a little different. They were supposed to be the ones I guess Mikael Peachers, the player exclusive ones had or something like that. But mine looked fake as hell. I got scammed.
I ain't gonna lie, the shape on yours looked more real, but I guess the color on mine looked a little bit more real, because the shape on mine it was hella fake. You had to wear long pants with those. I couldn't wear no shorts with them.
They look kind of like dunks the way they shaped.
I don't know. I was like, man, the little, because 5s, they got that weird they kind of they got a weird shape to them, and just perfectly straight. And I'm like, yeah, these is fake as hell. I had a real pair of 5s. I had them. They're white, gray, and blue, I want to say. I think they're about to come out again next year. They're white, and then they have blue.
I remember
those. Yeah, they coming back out too. But I had those, and then I look at the comparison from those and those. I'm like, yeah, nah, I can't. This ain't gonna fly.
I remember. I think you ended up flipping those to me. Weren't they a size 10.5?
Yeah, I think so.
I remember those.
Yeah.
What are your top 5 Jordans?
Top 5 Jordans. I'd say number 1, the one that will always be has a special place in my heart. Infrared 6s. Those for sure. Take the cake.
Yeah.
Number 2, I would have to say Raptor 7s. Those are definitely some classics. 3, some black and red 16s. I gotta go with those. Old school ones. 4, I would go. I might go black cement 3s.
Okay. I think those are coming back out, right?
They came out a couple years ago. Yeah. I don't know. They might. I don't know, but
I know some 3s are coming out. I forget which ones they're coming back out. It was one that came out 2003 or something, and then they're finally bringing them back out.
Damn, I don't even remember those.
I'm gonna look it up right now. So we're on. You got 4 down.
4, and then I guess number 5. That's a toss up. I'll have to either say it'll be the steel 10s, or okay, I'll say steel 10s as number 5, and then like a honorable mention, I'll throw in them college blue 17s and the aqua 8s.
Aqua 8s, okay.
What about yourself?
I'll probably do the 3 I got. Got. Infrared 6 is just that's just the one of the cleanest Jordans.
That's your
out,
1.
Period. 2 Bordeaux 7s might be my favorite. Just all around, just the way they look. Those probably are my number 1 choice, just because they're different than the other ones. 3 Aqua 8s, and I'll give you a story. That was what got me liking Jordans. If you remember me and you would print out pictures of the Great 5s and the Aqua 8s are what kind of drew me to Jordans. So I'll go 3 Aqua 8s.
I still got that picture somewhere around the house.
Let's see. 4, I will go playoff 12s.
Playoff 12s, okay.
And yeah, playoff 12s. 5, I will go. Let's see. 5s. Or 5, I will go. That's a tough one. I might go Bread 13.
Okay.
Or maybe that can be. Yeah, I go 5 Bread 13 as far as overall
look.
Like that's one of the cleanest ones. Honorable mention, one I never had. I always liked the olive 9s.
Oh man,
those ones kind of been. Those ones been. Man, come on,
I ain't gonna lie. They kind of grew on me a little bit over the years, but them shits.
Like I like the ones that nobody likes, like those. And then always got to put Raptor 7s in there. There's something I'm forgetting. It'll come back to me, but I would say those would be my top 5
with the honorable.
And I always liked the OG City Pack, like all of those ones been clean. Even though like I see them now, I probably wouldn't rock them because I don't really like rocking too many white shoes, and those ones are mostly white. But that's always been clean to me. That OG 10-pack.
OG 10-pack.
Yeah, like the Seattle, Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Orlando.
Oh yeah. Those are definitely some classics. I'm mad that I had a chance to get them Seattle 10s and I passed on them. I was just like, I don't really need them or want them. And then just thinking in hindsight, I was seeing them on clearance and shit. And I'm like, man, I should have got them when they was on clearance.
Yeah, they're still clean to me. I don't know. I just never had the urge to get them.
Right.
Yeah. And the 3s I was thinking of, it's the cool gray 3s.
Right. I remember those. They came out in high school.
Yeah.
I remember those.
Yeah. Those come back out February.
Yeah, they started to bring back all the old high school gym Jordan.
Yeah. Looks like Carmine 6s coming back out. I would have
rocked Flint 7s. Remember those from high school? Those gray ones?
Yeah.
Those they coming back out next.
Oh, I see them. Here.
I think I'm kind of good off on everything next year.
Yeah, I got my rotation. I'm good. I don't need any more shoes for the next 7 years.
Yeah, man.
And by that time, I'll be an old man. I'm wearing penny loafers and slippers or something.
Find me in some New Balances at that age. New Balance and Asics. I ain't gonna lie.
Those are both kind of expensive.
Yeah, they are. But I ain't gonna lie. Them shits is mad comfortable. I got a pair of Asics for work. Some little $40 Asics I got for the jug at Big 5. Boy, them shits. I was like, man, where have I been at? I've been trying to wear Hirachis and Air Maxes and shit. I'm like, man, them shits is not the business. But them Asics, that's the ones. Them ones. Only $30.
They're $30 now or back?
No, they $30 right now. You can go to Big 5 right now and go get some regular black.
Really? I thought Asics were expensive.
There's certain ones, so they got certain models that are super expensive, for the runners. But then they got the basic models for just the affordable pair.
An ASIC is an ASIC.
That's how I look at it, shit.
New Balance is a New Balance, got the same balance. So I don't know.
The only difference is your balance.
Your bank balance, because I don't just. It's all the same
Yeah.
shit.
But let me see. Yeah, any like crazy shoe stories? I know you got a few, man. Like when you back in high school.
Me, I remember I tried to be like a shoe restorer, and that I probably blew at least 1,000 or two buying hella shoes, buying hella like of the tools and the paint and stuff. And I couldn't fix not one shoe. Couldn't do not one. I couldn't lace the laces right. So I blew. I went. That was a dream down the drain. I gave up on that so quick.
Shit.
And I had like 30 pairs of like beat up ass shoes I bought.
Right.
Damn near maxed out my credit card trying to get all these shoes. It was gonna be my next business move. And that, man, I came in a negative with that. That was a terrible decision.
You end up selling them, all of them at least, or
I think I sold most of them, and then I had to toss some. Like, it ain't even worth it. So I think I made like I was able to sell some, and the other ones I kind of just had to toss away. But I do got a hilarious shoe story that I'll get into a little later. I don't want to get into it right now, but in this episode I'll talk about it. But yeah, this is gonna be for the all time. This is a crazy story.
All right.
I don't even. Yeah, I just got to build it up and share it because this is an embarrassment to my life, man.
Is it what I think it is with the
with the it's gonna be that.
I gotta free myself. I gotta free myself.
To this day, I'm still pissed
man.
Off but only me, only my luck.
What was the what would you say is like the I don't know, the cleanest pair of shoes you had, like in your whole collection of like collecting, like one that you say like you may not have it no more, or well, okay, we could go with that. Like, you know, what's like the one you're just like, damn, I wish I never got rid of those.
The ones that I regret, even though it's something like it wasn't too much of my style, but I regret because it was something I probably would have just wanted to have, and I ended up giving it away for getting lowballed. Where the New York Knicks 10s, OG, I ended up selling that to a place, and I only got like $100 for them, and they were still wearable. Man. But it was like at that time, like I brought them like maybe like 15, 20 pairs of shoes. And it went for a good cause because I was trying to just build up money for my wedding ring to get for my wife's wedding ring. And so those were the last ones. Like they gave me like they were pretty much, they looked at every shoe, gave me what they would give me. And then they opened that box and their eyes lit up. They didn't even know what to do with those. And the guy had to go back and ask his manager. And I think it was 100, but it might have been 200, but it's something I probably should have just kept because it really didn't bring the total up. Pretty much, it didn't bring up that much, 100 and 200. I could have just kept them. But those ones I do regret giving up. I think I gave them up too soon. I probably could have got more for them. Which one you got?
Let me see. I even went through so many shoes, man. Like it's kind of hard to like remember some of them. I say honestly, I was thinking about this the other night. The Black Cement 3s, the recent release ones. I got them for like a pretty good price because like this was like during the time maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, like when Jordans was coming out, like they was hella easy to get. Like you could just go into the mall and just get them. Like they still had like it wasn't like they used to like what's that word, like mass produce them. You know what I mean? So it's like it was hella easy to get a pair, and I remember I got a pair of them, and I had them. It was cool, you know. Like I was like, cool. I got like one of my grails or whatever, and then like came a point, I guess like money was tight or something like that. And I'm like, man, I just got a lot of fucking shoes. So like I put them in the box. I had some Raptor 7s I threw in the box. I had some Bordeaux 7s I threw in the box. Aqua 8s, playoff 8s, all that shit. took them all to the spot, man, and then they they gave me a good coin for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like when I look in hindsight, it's like damn, like primarily those though, because it's like those like you could really just wear them with like anything, and they were so comfortable. I'm like, I should have kind of damn near held on to them, like.
Yeah. And that's the thing with us, like throughout the years. And did you end up getting them back?
Nah, I never. No, because it's crazy. Because like now, like the price went stupid high on them now. So, man, after that Last Dance documentary, like all this shit's up now. So I'm like, man, like I think it's kind of time for me to like hang up the ropes with this shoe shit, man. And you know.
And one thing about this shoe game that kind of been irritating for me, at least I know for you as well, is we've had so many shoes. We get rid of them, we sell them, we give them away, and then we end up maybe a couple years later we get the same pair.
Exactly.
And it's just like, why did I give them up in the first place? It's like, and I mean, in some certain instances, like I needed the money or it was going to a good cause or something. But then it's like there's some where it's like I really didn't need to. I could have just kept them.
Nah, I agree, man. Like,
and I was just thinking of another one shoe that I had, and it's like I kind of regret. Like I gave it away. It went to my little brother, so it's like it's not that bad. Like
I got
a
story on
that.
I got
but the Kobe 11 Bruce Lee's, man. When I would wear those, people would follow me asking me about those shoes. Like those ones, I kind of regret. Like I wish I would have kept those. Like I wouldn't have tried to flip them, sell them or nothing. I would have kept those, just had them. But yeah, I regret giving up those.
Yeah, when you say your brother, man, that made me think about my brother. I had a pair of, and they're about to come out soon too. So I'm like, these shit, a pair of neon Air Max 95s. Honestly, I think those were like before I got them white and black 14s. I think honestly those were like the first shoes that I seen. Like my oldest brother had them, and those were like the first shoes I fell in love with. I was like, what are those? Like those look crazy. Like, and I was just a little kid wearing Payless shit, so I didn't know anything. But I was like, yo, those are fucking crazy. And when I finally got them, and I got them on Nike ID because Nike ID had like the color palette for it, so I could make the color palette, and it was cheaper than what it was like on the resale value. You know what I mean? So I ended up coming up that way. Like I only paid like what 180 for them. That's how much they normally cost, and then like resale is like 350, 400. So I got them for like 180. You know what I'm saying? I was fine, perfect. And then I went through one of my emotions again. Like damn man, money's getting low, whatever, yada yada yada. Gave them to my brother. I was like, that's going to a good cause, I guess. He needs some shoes or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, fast forward about like 6 months later, he comes to me. He's like, "Hey, man, like, you want these shoes back?" And I'm like, "Which ones?" He's like, "Them Air Max." I was like, "Shit, yeah, man. Let me check them out." He shot them to me or whatever. Man, my goodness, it was like a whole nother thing. Like they were definitely not in the condition I left them into him. I'm like, damn, man, what are you doing in these? Like a toddler was running around in these. So that's another one that's like, damn, man, I wish I would have like held on to them, and kept.
Yeah. I feel like those ones though, the 95 Air Max Neon 95s, those ones been out. Those might be like on the list of all times of most times coming out again.
Yeah, that's true. They come out so many times. Like I ain't never seen a shoe come out as many times. Now I'm thinking about it.
I feel like those, maybe them Pippins,
them Aero Tempos with the air on them. Yeah, those always be coming out. It's another shoe that be coming out a lot. Them Air Max ones, like the white and red ones. The Air Max ones. Yeah, those they stay coming out with those, and then them TNs, them Air Max TN pluses, the blue ones. They always coming out with those. They come out with those like every 2 years, and I'm like, man. And I had them like every other year too. Like I remember one time I seen them in the mall. I was like, oh shit, they came back out, got them, sold them. And then 2 years later, oh man, they came out again, got them, sold them. And then recently, I think it was like last year, I seen them in the mall, and I was like, what? They got them again? I was like, shit. This time I'm just gonna keep.
I got a kind of funny story about those. I remember seeing them when I was little. And I'm like, man, this is the cleanest shoe ever. And then I remember back in the day, you remember they used to have them sales at the Cow Palace in San Francisco. It'd be like
Like a
a
food.
kind of
Yeah,
indoor flea
I remember
market or
those.
something like that. Yes, I remember we like one year we did school shopping at that thing, and so you like walk into this like stadium, and then you go down, and it was I don't know, it was hella weird. I know like that was the only time I ever been
Right.
to the Cow Palace, and like there was like this like little swap meet of like shoes, and there's just like shoes everywhere. And I locked eyes on a pair. They're like white. No, not white. They're like red and black. And I'm like, I gotta have them. Finally found them. Got my size. I'm getting them. First day of school. I'm about to be the cleanest. And I think this was going into sixth grade, maybe fifth. I think sixth grade actually. It was sixth grade. And so I got them. Come to find out, now I look back, they were not Nikes. They were like some like it took me like I didn't realize until like a couple years after. And like I never told anybody that they were not really Nikes. Like I like tell a story of like, yeah, I used to have them shoes when I was little. No, I didn't. Them shits were not Nikes. They were some other shit. Yeah. I was so embarrassed. I would never admit it until today. Like those were they were not Nikes, but I always played it off like I've had those, but I've never once owned those shoes. And I remember telling you about them, but I've
Oh
never
shit!
once owned those shoes.
Like I remember I remember like we had. I remember like one time we were talking about those. You're like, yeah, I used to have them when I was little. They was like red and black, and I was like, oh, okay. And like I started seeing like I was looking up OG ones. Like I think at that time I was like, it was these. You was like, nah. Like you be these, and he like, nah. And every time I like find that shit in black and red, I'll be like, I wonder if these are the ones he's talking about. Like, is it these? You're like, nah. Every time it's like, nah, no.
Because I really didn't have it, and it took me like a couple years to realize it. Like not until like I was like I was able to use
Right.
like Google and stuff, which was like hella years later. Like, and I would like look them up, and I would be like, now that I think about it, those shoes never had a Nike sign on it.
Everything with the sign.
Like it didn't come in a Nike box. It didn't have a Nike sign. Don't get me wrong, it was a cool ass shoe, but it was not a Nike.
Oh,
And nobody
right.
ever like said anything. Like everybody
Right.
just thought they were Nikes.
And I even remember like during that time, like I guess like when, like before we got into high school, like Cass wasn't really tripping off that stuff. You know, like we was still like, I mean, you knew like, oh, he has the new Jordans or whatever, but it was a little like, oh man, those are fake or those are knockoffs. Like no one was really tripping off that back then, at least at my school.
Yeah, because in elementary school for me, I don't think anybody really had Jordans. I remember maybe like one or two people, like a couple, like a year or two, like during from kindergarten to sixth grade,
Right.
might have had a pair. But the big thing back in elementary for my school was Iversons. Those were the big thing.
I remember I had a pair.
I don't know what else. To be honest with you, I don't know what else everybody had. I didn't have no Irish. Actually, you know what? I did have a pair of Irish, and I got them from Goodwill. They were the not the first. What were the first ones? Were the first ones the ones that are always
the first one's like
out?
the questions. Those are the first ones. They're like the one with the little bubbles on it.
That's
the one.
And then the front with the color, it has like a color patch on the front.
Like the toe box has a little color, and then the rest of the shoes is like, it's kind of bulky. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I actually had those. I got them on a fluke from Goodwill. I remember I seen them out of the corner of my eye. We were damn near and I seen those, and they looked brand new. And they were the white, and they're white and orange.
Yeah.
They're pretty ugly. I see why they kind of went to Goodwill. But I remember I got those for like $5 from Goodwill, and those were the only Iversons that I had in elementary school. But I remember everybody wanted the Iversons.
Now I think at my school, like I think it was just J's. Like a lot of cats was on J's or like the Kobe's, the Adidas Kobe's, the little moon, the boot.
Yeah, I know a couple people had those, the bullets.
Like I wasn't fucking with those. Those was horrible. What else? And like Air Maxes. Like I just remember Cass was wearing those a lot. Like all those three, and then like I don't know. Like I had like maybe like a pair of J's, like not once a year, but like I don't know, just on a fluke. I remember I like get them or something. Like, but sale ones though, they wouldn't be like the new ones. They'll be the ones that was like on sale, like last year's version. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn, I don't really remember what I had in elementary school. I'm trying to think. There's nothing other than my stack houses I had one year. There was nothing that I can remember that was too memorable other than my little fake Nikes. But I remember I thought it was, I think, sixth grade. I thought I was super clean. My mom took me to the players outlet and my ass got a fucking baby blue t-shirt and some white and baby blue FUBU shoes that look like Air Forces. Like some, but like I don't actually they didn't even look like Air Forces. I forget what they were, but
yeah,
they kind of resembled Air Forces, I guess. And it had a strap on it, but it was weird. But yeah, it was some white and baby blue FUBUs.
Oh shit!
I thought that was pretty cool. That was like one of the only FUBU things I ever.
I remember I had this old ass FUBU sweater. Like after FUBU got played out, I got like a Marshalls or something, and I think I had like some FUBU sneakers. I think it was just like those, but it was like later. It was like back in like 8th grade or something. I had like some FUBUs. I got at the damn. What was that one shoe store I used to be by Food Max, the Shoe Pavilion. Yeah. They used to have some gems in there. I remember I got a couple of gems, but that one time that they moms wasn't having. She's like, "No, you about to get these." Like I was like, "Shit."
I remember I got some LeBron ones from Shoe Pavilion, and like my brother picked them out for me. I didn't even go, and then he ended up like going and getting some shoes, and then he brought those back, and I was like, "I'll take them." I was like, "This is LeBron's. I'll take them." Because I think I had those 7th grade, maybe 7th or 8th grade. I had the all white LeBron ones.
I remember when you had those.
And I had some G unit. I remember I had some G units too. But I remember the LeBron ones. Them G units, you're talking shit.
I think that's how we became
you
friends.
You were talking shit to me on a Tuesday. No, fuck you. You were talking shit to me on a Tuesday. Came rocking them on a Thursday. That was so bad. Oh, shit. You were in a whole ass group making fun of my ass. My ass damn near in tears, and you came wearing them shit.
And then I came up to you like after all the dudes left. I was like, "Hey man, where'd you get them?"
Yeah, I remember it was like you guys were roasting me one day, and then I remember it was in the morning. I remember we like met up, like we seen each other. We were crossing the street, and I was like tying my shoe. Like, "Hey, where'd you get them at?" And I'm just like, this guy. And then you showed up with them. And I'm just like, I was offended. I was so offended. Like, I will never forget that. Like, the same exact pair. You didn't come with a different color. You didn't change the laces. You came with the same exact pair.
Hey, those are the cleanest ones, right? Going on.
Some bullshit. Some bullshit, man. I was so juiced getting those, and you guys crushed my spirit.
Hey, I wasn't really roasting you though. That was another. I was just laughing, and all I said was they look like the Fours. That's all I said. from what I remember.
And them other cats, I remember I was roasting them back because I'm like, you guys got them big 5 joints on. I got these fresh 50-cent G units on, official. You got them big boat Nike, some big
You got the long, the
high top socks on. He has some high top
long
crawdads.
You gonna be talking about somebody?
He has some size 13 shoes on.
Oh shit!
You guys are disrespectful, man.
Oh shit!
Like I was confused. I'm like, I thought these were pretty fresh. I thought these were the freshest shoes out. And I got talked about by about 5 dudes all lunch period.
See, I wasn't there during lunch. I remember like after school, they was
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like after. I forget where it was, but it was. I remember you guys were like 5 deep, just roasting
Hey,
my
I was
ass,
just
and I'm
laughing,
just
man.
sitting
I
there
ain't say
like,
I ain't say nothing about them shoes, but they look like some Ford. That's all I said. And them cats even know what I was talking about.
man, them shoes was.
Oh shit.
Looking back at it, they didn't have no type of top tier shoes.
They had no right.
Roasting my ass. You talk about they look like some Ford. Ain't nobody got Fords on the site.
Oh man. That was like eighth
That was
grade, I
seventh
think.
grade. 8th grade, man. What was that? That was like, because I think I got those for Christmas, and I came back like, when you come, you got them
That's
Christmas
why
shoes.
I
You
got
come
those for
back after
Christmas too.
Christmas break.
Them G units.
Well then maybe I
Yeah,
got them
because I think they was
before.
out already by the time I.
Because but yeah, I remember that you guys were roasting me, and then like the next day, I remember we were like crossing the street, and I was like tying my shoe. You were like, "Where'd you get those? Those are clean." And then you came back with them.
My bad, man. Oh,
That's some bullshit, man.
Oh shit.
That's some real bullshit.
I'm trying to remember like a funny story I had, like someone roasted my shoes. Actually, you know what's funny? I got a Shaq shoe story. A pair of Shaqs like saved my life one day. It was like in second grade. I was in a new school. I was going to Collins Elementary, and there was this girl that was there. I think she like liked me or something like that, and I guess she had a dude or whatever, whoever she was seeing at the time. He was like a third grader, and this dude was like constantly giving me shit like every day, like threatening me, like doing all this shit, and I'm like,
this is second and third grade, so you got a couple, a girlfriend, boyfriend who are threatening you. Were there drugs involved too? Were
I
they
think there
smoking
was.
drugs?
I think sex was involved,
Paying
but I'm
rent
not
and
sure.
shit.
That might have been the most. But anywho, so this dude, he's like, all right, like I'm about to fight you tomorrow, yada yada. Some old school bullshit or whatever. I'm like, all right. I'm only in the school for like 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, you want to fight, we can fight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm kind of like intimidated because like he's hanging out with all a bunch of other kids and shit like that, and they're all like talking shit to me. So I'm like, oh, okay. So the next day I come to school, and maybe like a week prior, my mom took me to Payless and got me some Shacks, or Target got me some Shacks. And I was happy, I think, because Sam came out around that time or some shit. So I was hyped. I was like, oh shit, Shack shoes? I need these. So I had some Shacks. So I'm about to fight this dude. So I'm wearing my Shacks. And the fucking dude, so I'm waiting for this guy. Like I'm waiting for him at the basketball court. I'm waiting. And then finally he comes out and he's like, you ready to do this? I'm like, yeah, I guess. So like, and next you know, he's like, hey, wait a minute. He said, you got them same Shaq shoes I got. And I'm like, wait, what? He said, look, mine's are gold. They have a gold Shaq dude on it, and mine's had like a silver one. I'm like, yeah, mine's got a silver one. And he's like, yeah, you got those at Target, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, for sure, man. He's like, you know, I don't even want to fight you no more. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so I haven't seen that dude since that year too. To be honest with you, like I haven't seen him since.
He's probably in jail. He probably fought someone who didn't have the same shoes as him. He went to jail in third grade for murder. He was probably a meth addict, man. In third grade, you got into a fight with a meth addict who murdered someone.
Getting mad at me because his girlfriend was choosing me over for some fucking goddamn Shaq shoes. You don't get your ass up out my face with that bullshit. Oh man, I remember that rotation too. I had them Shaq shoes and I had them white and black 14. Those were my sneaker rotation. Them Shaq shoes with the black shoes and the white and black. Oh man.
Shaq might have had the most underrated shoe.
Shaq saved many lives. Like, I can say that.
I don't care what anybody says. I'm pretty sure just about everybody had a
they had to have
Shaqs in their time.
Like if you didn't, you capping for sure. Because unless like you was one of them, like, you know, pops constantly had money, so you could always get the newest gear. But like for real cats, it was like going through it. Like, nah, man, you had some Shaqs. You had to. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had them struggle
You had
shacks.
some struggle shacks.
If you didn't have them struggle shacks, you for sure have some Mervin Nikes. Don't play with me.
Hey, ain't
Hey,
nothing wrong with some Mervin Nikes. Some of my
I
best
remember
shoes
these
were
used to be
some
my
Mervin
hoop shoes in the
Nikes.
YMCA league. Had the Mervin Nikes, all black Nikes. You know what? They're like some air flights.
It's like every time you go to Mervin's, like it takes you a minute. You'll be going up and down them aisles. You won't find nothing. And at the very
Yep.
last minute, you always came up on something that
Something
when you
else
were
like,
just
you know
like,
what? I could
it was
do
all
these.
worth it. Me pacing up and down. Because I'll take some Mervin shoes over some. Back in the day, I think I had um, more good pickups from Mervin's than
Oh
I did
yeah,
at Big
yeah. I could
Five.
say the same. I could definitely say the same.
And it's sometimes you can get lucky at Ross. I remember I think my brother got some Grant Hills from Ross.
I remember at Ross, they used to come up on the jerseys back in the day. The NBA old school, the championship jerseys.
The Ross I went to, then yeah. Couldn't find
What Ross
shit.
you going to, man? Where was that Ross at, man?
I couldn't find shit. I was never big on
right.
I was never big on clothes though. I never had the clothes eye though, but I feel like when I went to Ross and Marshalls, man, I would be stressing. I'd be in there like, man, school starting in a week. I need to find something. I'd be in there stressing.
Like Ross. Which Ross would you go to, man? That's the one I used to go to. I used to stay finding jerseys up in there.
Yeah. Man, you must have been clearing that shit out before I got there.
Oh, shit. Oh,
because I remember I'll go there, and then I remember when Marshalls came out, I think we stopped fucking with Ross really for a minute, and then we were exclusive to
Marshalls had the polos and the little bit more upper class. It was like he was moving up a little bit.
I never really like when you would see like at least for me, when I would see like the polos at Ross and Marshalls, they were still out of my price range. It's like if I can't get them at Ross and Marshalls, I just ain't never getting them.
Right.
It just ain't
right.
I'll wait for a hand me down.
Yeah, I wasn't really too big on that shit until like honestly like after high school. To be honest with you, like that's when I started getting into that like clothes and shit. But before I was like I didn't really care what I wore. I was wearing like my brother's hand me downs and shoes. I was like, all right, I could save up and try to get like some dope shit or find some dope shit. However, I found it. What's like your crazy? Oh, you gonna say?
Yeah, when I was little.
Oh, you gonna say?
Oh, I'm sorry. When I was little, when it came to like clothes and shoes, I was like a scavenger. I would wait for them hand me downs. I would rummage through the Goodwill aisles and the what was it, the Thrift Town? I remember with the Thrift Town clothes. So hand me downs, Thrift Town clothes, and then you get some Marshall gems or Ross gems, and then you would get that like one outfit that was like from like a top store or something.
Right,
you were at the mall and you get that one good outfit, but then you gotta put it all together. You gotta mix and match it all together. My ass plotting all summer long on my outfits.
Now I remember my mom used to take me to. It was crazy. Like so, we used to like put clothes in the Goodwill in the little bags. Like, and there come a time when every summer we would go to Goodwill, drop off these clothes just to go in that motherfucker again and go shopping for some more clothes. Stay doing that shit. I wasn't getting no shoes from there, but like clothes, like my mom was like, "Oh yeah, no, we're gonna get a bigger size." Like all the shit that didn't fit me is going to Goodwill, and all the shit that can fit me is gonna come back.
This is a revolving cycle, and then next year you're gonna drop them off and get some new ones.
And then she upgraded. We started going to Kmart. Now I was getting the Kmart exclusives, the basic editions. Like, man, what I was gonna say? What was like your craziest? I guess like craziest come up, like a weird way how you came up on a shoe, and then it was like a gym shoe, and it's like what the fuck? Like how'd I get these? And then like you just came up on them. I actually got two stories on that.
Let's see.
All right, so
Let
well, I
me hear
have a
yours.
few honestly. So one I remember one with you. We was in Mr. Blanque's class, and there was a pair of Olympic sevens that were just sitting in the back of the class, and you found them. Remember that shit?
In the back, didn't
Yeah.
Olympic sevens? Didn't we find some Olympic sevens, like some small ass ones, like down
Nah,
the street?
it was in class. I remember that, or it may have been down the street. It was something. I remember they were like kind of small though, and you took them.
Those ones, I think we found those by Collins. I think.
I don't remember finding no
Didn't
shoes
we?
there. I remember. I remember specifically. It was in the back of a class, bro.
I
Like I
think,
think he was in Bronca's class, and there was
or actually, all right, maybe it was in the back of the class, and then I took them
put
and I
it
wore
in.
them at
You
Collins, like
wore
that
them to
same day we were
hooping.
hooping.
Yeah, I remember that. I think. Didn't you throw them shits away?
But they're
Like you
hella
just threw
small.
them in Collins, like you left them there or something.
I think I tried to like fix them up, but they're like too
Yeah.
small, and I
So
don't know what
I
happened to them.
definitely remember those, and I remember crazy ass story. I remember we was sitting in the car and we was plotting on some shit. It was me, you, and that boy Tim. Shout out to Tim Brown. Uh, we was we was
Tim
sitting in the
Brown, what's
car and we
going
was
on,
plotting
Tim?
on some shit, like selling shoes or whatever. And then like I happened to just like look outside, and then like y'all was talking. It was pouring rain, and I seen some Aqua H just sitting there. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you remember that shit? And then you took them, and
Yeah.
you try to bring them back.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I think I ended up
Yeah, I
selling them
remember you
too.
guys were splitting the pot. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
damn,
hella
I
moldy.
remember that.
I do got one funny story. I don't know if I should say it, but nothing can happen. Okay. I won't say the name of this shoe store, but I used to work at a shoe store.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I told you about this
Yeah,
story.
yeah, I know.
But okay. So I used to work at a shoe store. I was a fucking what was I took the inventory, so I'd get it off the truck, I would unload it and everything. And I only worked like 4 funky ass hours a week or 8 hours a week, like 2 days a week, 4-hour shifts. And the manager would always get on my ass. I think he hated me. I'm pretty sure he hated me. He liked my brother though. My brother worked there. He liked my brother. Pretty sure he hated me. So one day, I'm like, I don't make shit here. Like, I'm like, fuck it. And so I had my little goon work there, and I'm like, I'm like, let's take some shoes. Like, let's fucking rob this place. This is years ago, so I think the statute of limitations are gone. So I'm like talking to him. I'm like, we can get away with some shit here. He's like, what you mean? I'm like, I'm the one who does the fucking inventory. I'm like, I just mark it as it's here. And so I'm like, the cameras don't work. He's like, the cameras don't work? I'm like, no, the cameras don't work. So we come out it's in the mall. So we come out the back door. He's keeping it open. We take, let's see, it was some
flu game ones.
It was like was it the flu game 12s? I think it was the flu game 12s, and then it was like some all white China 12s or something. I forget, like Shanghai or some like all white. I think he took those ones. I came up on some the flu game 12s, I believe. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. He's like, what are we supposed to do? He's like, my car is like hella far away because I was walking. I was on my feet at that time, and so he had a car. So he's like, I can't make it to my car right now. It'd be too hot. So I'm like, fuck. I'm like, there's a recycle bin right here. Nobody touches that recycle bin. It's in the behind the mall. It's like inside the mall, like in the like when you go like behind the stores. So it's inside, but it's behind the store. So I'm like, just fucking, it ain't recycle day. I'm like, just put the fucking thing. Like, I'm like, we'll just put it in there. We'll throw a box on it. So we did that. I don't know who seen us because I didn't see no cameras in there. None of the other buildings were open, like other the stores. So we come back, like, because we were like almost off of our shift. So we come back. How we try to rob a place and we get robbed at the same time because the fucking shoes were gone. Yeah, so they like somebody found the shoes and took them, and we're like, fuck. Now this is where we got reckless. This is where we got real reckless. The next day, I want to say the manager, he was getting at me real foul, so I'm like, fuck it. So we did it again. And this is around the holiday season, so I'm like, fuck it. We did it again. My little goon was going shopping. He was going Christmas shopping for his nieces and nephews. He was doing all types of foolish stuff. This man took a whole shelf of hats and ran out the front door with them under his shirt. Yeah, I got my little pair of shoes. I'm like, fuck it. Christmas Eve comes, the manager calling me talking about where them shoes at. I'm like, I don't know, I ain't see no shoes.
Oh shit!
I ain't see no fucking shoes.
Damn.
Yeah. I didn't work. I don't think I worked. I think I worked one day. Me and the manager got into it. I never worked there again.
Oh shit!
I stole some shoes.
The funniest part, you asked was like, you know what? Fuck it, we're finna double back and do this. Oh man,
had to make it right.
I got that. I got one. It's not as similar, but I remember it was once. It was someone had a pair of I remember I got robbed for some fucking shoes, and that shit wasn't cool. I think that's what kind of got me fueled on like getting more shoes. Honestly, like it turned me into a monster after that shit. But
yeah.
Besides that point, I remember it was once. It was like next year, and all black 10s, and that's another shoe I regret getting rid of. There was, someone, I forgot what it was. I think shoe. Like some cat like found them in the locker room. It was like right after PE. Some cat found them. He was like, "Oh man, like I didn't came up on these. This is and that," and everybody's just like crowding them, like, "Oh shit, those are hella clean." Blah blah blah. They were still hella fresh. And then like I seen it, I was like, "Wait a minute." I kind of like I walked over to him, like, "Hey man, those are mine." He was like, "No, they now." I'm like, "Yeah, they are. Those are mine." And I was like, "What size are they?" And he was like, "Size 10." I'm like, "Yeah, those are mine, bro. Like, what are you doing with my shoes? Like, those are mine. Someone must have took them out of my locker." He's like, "Oh, my bad, bro." And he gave them to me. Man, I felt like I robbed the bank. I put them shits in my backpack so quick. Took them home. Man, I felt, man, those shits was cool, man. And I had some good run out of those. But the only thing I hate about 10s, and I think there's a reason why I got rid of them. One thing I hate about them, they fucking squeak so bad. I hate that shit.
Yeah. But to be honest with you, them all black 10s are worth the squeak, man. I'll take those. Those are probably in my top. I put those honorable mention in mine because those ones are too clean. For an
There's something about those. I don't know what it is, but that like them all black ones in particular, like them shits was just like those shits are too fresh. Yeah, those actually have to go on my honorable mention.
What's your favorite shoe of all time? If you had to pick one to go, if you were Tom Hanks and Castaway on a desert island, they said you can have one pair of shoes.
That's hard because
would you pick?
I like Jordans and shit, but like I would have to go with something comfortable. So if I had to narrow it down, it would probably have to be either the Neon 95s or that'd probably be those, yeah. Just like weather the storm and shit, and I'm wearing those. At least it'd be comfortable. What about yourself?
Yeah. My ass, I ain't never care about comfortable shoes. My ass, I don't care if I got corns, all types of shit growing on my feet. I don't give a fuck. I never care. Like blisters and shit. I don't care. This shit gonna happen regardless. If I had to pick one, it'd be the Data LeBrons. I think those are my all-time favorite shoe. Mm-hmm. Like if I could have a couple pairs of those, I would rock a couple pairs. But
man, I had them, man, and I got rid of them too. I had them twice actually, and got rid of both. Those are really, really clean.
I thought those I thought those were so clean. I remember I bought some for my wife so we can do some his and hers. And I don't even do shit
You got
like
for your
that. But
chick?
I'm like, these are too clean. You got to have a pair too.
Yeah.
It just, yeah.
It's understandable.
Had to do it, man.
Now
Had
I'm
to do
thinking
it.
back. I kind of want them again.
Had to do it. That's the only one I've ever did that with. But
Nah,
yeah,
definitely.
that's a clean shoe.
What about let me see. 'Cause I know it's like a lot of new shit that's like out now. Like anything new that you're feeling, or you're just straight like retros, like nothing but retros, and that's that.
For me, I don't even really know.
Right.
To be honest with you, I don't really know what's new. I did get a couple like running type shoes, but nothing I don't think is too popular that I've picked up. But I don't really know. I see those. They're coming out with a. I don't know if it's a new Kobe, but
Oh
it's
yeah, they're
the
like
Kobe 6
doing them.
Grinch colorway. They're coming out redoing them, but it's like a different type of Kobe shoe. I do like those, but I don't think I'll pick them up.
Right.
Because I'm not trying to deal with that price tag. But other than that, like I can't really think of anything that like really is catching my eye,
right?
Like it used to.
What are your thoughts
with you?
Oh, what you say?
I think that's I think that's why I kind of went and got them 3 Jordans just to re-up on them because it's like there's nothing really new out, and so let me just get these and I'm just gonna rock these until them shits fall apart, stops hanging out the toes, man.
What are your thoughts on like Yeezys?
Yeezys, I fuck with Yeezys. They're hella those I would say are hella comfortable.
Yeah.
As far as the ones I got those pirate black ones, but
yeah,
the resale value is just too much on them, and it's like, how do you get them retail? Like, how do you get them like on drop day? But I mean, if I can get more pairs, I definitely get more pairs of Yeezys. There's some that are real ugly, right? I wouldn't get, but there's a couple
I fuck with Yeezy stuff. I think I may have like one of each kind of model, but not every single one. But like I think what sold me was like the comfort of them. I think like I came up on one like on like a fluke, you know, like some 350s, and I was like, wait a minute, like this thing might be onto something. Like, so I think I remember selling all my J's at that time. I sold all them shits, and then like I just started getting Yeezys after that. I was like, man, I'm trying to put that to some Yeezys, and you know, I was going kind of Yeezy crazy after that. But then, like you said, the resale value on them is just like ridiculous, and like I don't know, it's super hard and like hyped to me. It's like, nah.
Yeah. It's like I'm cool with one pair, and one thing I do like about it, I don't know if it's just because I don't go out the house.
Yeah, I mean, I've been like, I don't know, cause like me working like where I work at, like I see hella people just throughout the day. Like it'd be certain ones. I think now since they like release hella different pairs and hella different colors and all that stuff, so it's like a little bit more easier for people to get them. So I've been seeing like a lot of, usually it's like the same kind of model I usually see people with, but it's not really like it's still like on the more exclusive side of things, I would say, compared to like other things.
Okay. Yeah, because I always been the type like I'd rather have a shoe that no one has. So like back in the day when we were getting Jordans, like I would always like be rummaging through like eBay or whatever and trying to get stuff that like no one has. And I got you remember them the playoff 8s I had?
The fake ones?
Those ones I copped those. I thought that was another one where I thought they were real and nobody ever said anything. Everybody thought they were real. So I like went hella long thinking they were real, and then those switched hands so many times. I sold them to someone, they sold them to someone. I think he got back to you, then you sold them to me.
I was senior year in high school. Cause I remember you wasn't there senior year, right? And like fucking who the fuck had them? Someone had them. I was like, wait a minute, those are the ones Tristan had. Like I was like, man, I need them back, man, just for because you know, like I need them back. I think I forgot who the fuck had them, but like I spotted them down, ended up like working out a deal. I got them back, wore them a couple times. I'm like, man, nah, these ain't the ones. It was a quick glimpse, and I sold them to some like underclassmen. I like sold it to him.
I feel like they switched
I
hands
think
between
so.
me and you, like at
I
one
think
point.
so. I think they
Both
ended up
y'all.
getting them back again, like after that shit, like randomly.
But
Those after sevens, those two like been switched through our hands so many times. Like the market with some shoes.
yeah,
Remember them Chrome 8s I had?
man, and, like,
Hmm?
those are real though, right?
Nah, those are fake too.
The Chrome 8 you had, those are
Yeah,
real though, right?
those are fake.
Oh, they're fake.
And
Oh
they were a
shit.
size too big for me too. I still want them shit. Yeah, those end up being gazy.
Damn.
You did have some good ass fake ones.
We had
I
some
think
good
the
fake
last
ones
pair of
though,
fakes
man.
I had some apparently it was like some Bread 11s and I had like some Pantone 11s. And I remember I took them to like Soul Supremacy to try to sell them. And these motherfuckers told me they was fake. And I was like, you serious? You know what I mean? Like I was like, that ain't fake, man. I think they were just hating because they already like I brought in so many shit. I think that's the day I had like them black cements and all them other shoes, and then like they already gave me like a band. Like, I had like 1,200 already. They probably was like, nah, we ain't trying to give this guy no more money. We're gonna just tell him
Yeah.
they fake. Cause I asked them like how they fake, and they was like they're just fake. I'm like, but how? Like, tell me. Like, they're just fake. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, so I ended up like giving one of them to like one of my coworkers. I was like, man, just get like I sent him to like some dude in the Philippines. I'm like, here, man, you can have one of those. And then the Pantones, I forgot what I did. I think I gave them to the Will. I bless somebody. I was mad because I paid good money for them Pantones too. I was
Oh
pissed.
man. Man. There's been a couple that I've been scammed on as well.
Yeah.
But I might as well get into the story. And this story kind of this actually was one of the things that I was out the game. I was out the shoe game for years. I got rid of most of my shoes. I didn't really care about shoes. But this is what happened. I got to take you guys back to the beginning. So around, I was out of high school. I was probably like 18. Got my first job. Got my first little check. I think I got a credit card, and I was going online looking for Jordans. I'm like, I gotta get my shoe game up. So yeah, I had a credit card. It was like my first credit card. I had like a $200 limit or something. So I'm like, all right, let me go look for some Jordans. My dumb ass goes on these Chinese sites looking for looking for Jordans. I must have bought about with that $200. I maxed out my credit card. I must
Yeah.
have bought like 5 pairs for that $200. I'm like, man, I'm about to be the freshest person out with these shoes I bought. The only shoes I can remember that I got actually no, I can remember.
The black
I
and gold
remember
ones,
the
yeah.
DMP sixes, the black and gold sixes. There was the bread 16s, and I can't remember what else I got. But it
Yeah.
was like two or three other pairs. Cause I think I had 4 or 5 pairs total. So them things came. It was the worst set of fakes I've ever seen in my life. Like it like they looked terrible. They were horrible. I'm like, I can't rock these shits. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like,
Right.
I don't even remember if I had a job at that time. But I'm like, I maxed out my little $200 credit card. Like, I got to get my money back. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start selling shoes on eBay. So I took those 5 pairs. I had those, and I did have some real ones. I remember I had the you remember those
Yeah, I
stealth
remember those.
like bread
Yeah, I
kind of
remember those.
colorway 23s that you shot me? It was like size 10 and a half. I remember I sold those are with it. So I had some fake shoes. I had a couple pairs of real shoes, and I remember those specifically were one of the real shoes I had.
Yeah.
So I probably posted maybe like 8 pairs of shoes, and they ended up all selling. And I'm like, ah, shit, I'm balling. I just made a come up. And so I was it was gonna be my new scam. I'm like, I'm about to go, okay, I'm about to go buy me 5 more pairs of these Chinese shoes, and I'm gonna flip them. And I'm new to eBay. I don't know how it works. So I'm like, it's about to go down. I'm about to be rich off this. And so shipped all the shoes out, and here comes the non-stop. I'm getting threatened. I'm getting bad feedback. And I would say it's justifiable because my dumb ass try to get over on people. So like people are emailing me, going off on me, and I'm just thinking like, you dumb motherfuckers looked at the pictures. I didn't like I sent the pictures. Some of you asked for extra pictures. I sent the extra fake ass pictures. Like nothing, like I didn't shy away from anything. This is, and I didn't say that. I made sure not to say that they were real in the thing. I'm like, this is what you buy. Like you should have read the description. You should have, and some actually, you know what? I want to say I did say that they were fake because I was telling them like you should have read the fucking description because I told you they were fake. So I remember I did say that. I put in the description like these are not real and not authentic, and I'm like, you dumbasses, you seen all the pictures, you read it. Like I said, they were like they were fake. Like, come on now, you want your money back? Sorry, bitch.
Yeah,
Type of thing. I'm like, but you know, eBay ended up, I think, giving them their money back or whatever. I think I still came up. I think some people didn't say anything.
Right.
I think it was like out of the 5, like 2 people were like complained. So I had that bad feedback. So I'm like, whatever, I don't fucking care. I ain't never selling on eBay again. So a couple years later, not too long later, but a couple years later, I like, and I want to say this might have been around the time where I was trying to like start up like restoring shoes and stuff. So I came up on like I had hella shoes. I had like hella like beaters. I had hella like just shoes in general. I worked at a shoe store, so I came up on hella shoes that I actually did buy. I only took 1 pair, but I did buy like hella shoes and stuff. And so at one point, I'm like, you know, I don't need all these shoes. Let me go ahead and let me flip them on eBay. So, and I like the bad eBay account. I didn't even care about that one. I'm like, I ain't selling on eBay. So I opened up a new one and I was just buying stuff and I wasn't even thinking about selling stuff. And so I come up and I'm starting to sell stuff and I'm like, okay, I'm getting good feedback. I ain't scamming nobody. I'm selling everybody legit prices. I'm making it, yeah, whole new coup. Even though I was honest in the first one, it was just dumb motherfuckers didn't want to read the description. But my intentions were to get over in the first set. But so I'm selling hella stuff. Like it was like over a couple months I'm selling hella shoes, and I had one big month where I ended up like selling like $3,000 worth of shoes. And I'm going home one day, hard day's work, and I'm like hopping on the bus. I'm like, let me check my eBay. I get or let me check my email. I get an email from eBay talking about your profile is temporarily suspended. Contact us to see why. I'm like, what? And so I got paranoid. I'm like, I got hella money in there. So I like logged in real quick. I see my money was available, and I immediately put it to my account because I'm like, they're not about to take my money. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're not about to take my money. So I'm like, fuck. And so I was busy, so it just probably took me a couple days to call them. So I called them. These motherfuckers are like, oh, you are trying to they said that I was trying to go over the selling limits, meaning that I was trying, like my eBay account, I think I can sell up to like $10,000 or 100 items in a month. They were saying that I was trying to use 2 eBay accounts because I had the new one and I had the old one. They're saying I was trying to exceed that. I was trying to sell over 100 items or whatever they're saying I was trying to exceed that. And I'm like, no, motherfuckers, like I'm selling hella. I'm not even exceeding per month. I'm not getting 100 items. I haven't sold anywhere near 100 items, and I don't even care about that other account. Like I didn't even know. I forgot about that other account, and they're like, nah, like you can't sell on eBay. It's going to like a certain department. We'll let you know what we find in our final decision. I'm like, fuck you.
Was this like years after like the whole the fake shoe shit? Like it was years after. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was years after because like they were like, oh, are you user T Coup? I don't even know what it was, and I'm like, huh? And then like they said it again, and I'm thinking like, oh shit, that's my old account. And like I'm like, I was like, yeah, I did have that account, but I was like, I haven't logged in years. I'm like, you can see, like, I haven't logged in
Right.
years with that. I'm not trying to oversell like any limits or nothing.
Uh,
And they're like, nah, you are. And I'm like, this is some bullshit. And so then they send me a thing, and they're like, oh, you're banned from eBay. This is the kicker. These motherfuckers banned every single person who was on the same IP address as my account. So my wife got banned from her account. My brother got banned from his account. They banned anybody associated with the IP address. They banned it, saying that we were all trying to sell on eBay to exceed the limits. Yeah. And so my brother would tell him that. My wife, she didn't sell anything. She wasn't really tripping, but she's still like, what the fuck? And I'm like, what type of shit?
Right.
So my brother's all the math. So I'm like, fuck, I got to get him back on at
Right.
least. And so, because he was selling stuff like on his own time, like on his own shit. And so I'm like, okay, let me call them. So I called them. I'm like, hey, like, I know I fucked up. I fucked up real bad. I'm like, I accept the consequences.
Right.
I fucked up. But I'm like, the other people have nothing to do with nothing. Like, can you like not ban them? And the lady was like, nope, sorry, sir. Like, she was like, you're banned from eBay for life. Good luck on all your selling endeavors. Bye. And I was going to be like, can I talk to the manager? And she was like, bye, sir. Have a good life.
Shit.
Yeah, swear straight up. So to this day, I'm not allowed on eBay. I'm the only person I've ever known.
Because I ain't heard no motherfucker get banned on eBay. You. God. That's what I call internet racism.
I am not allowed on eBay.
God damn. Oh shit. Oh.
Fuck eBay.
More than blackballs.
I ain't bought nothing on eBay. I think I end up like my brother. I think you can buy stuff, but you can't sell stuff. Same with my wife. You can buy stuff, but can't sell stuff. And I'm banned. I can't buy nothing. I can't log in. I can't create an account. I'm banned for life. This is why I quarantine, man. I live life like a fugitive, man. I'm on the run, man. eBay try to kill my ass. They try to lock me up for years, man. They try to throw away the key. eBay.
Oh man.
It's straight bullshit.
Yeah, that's cold,
everybody
man.
associated with the IP address that my account was on.
Have a nice life.
And then told me good luck. I'm banned for life. Nothing I can do.
Sounds like a cold breakup right there, man. They sound like a bitter.
Have a good life. And I was like, hey, hold up. Like, she was like, good enough. I'm like, hey, bitch, hey, you got, like, where can I sell that? Like, you got any suggestions where I can sell that?
Oh,
like,
shit.
Come on,
did you at least
like,
keep
I was
the money?
stressed out.
Okay, cool.
That shit. Yeah, because
perfect.
Like, that night, I took the money out right away. And so, like, they never froze it or anything. But I remember I was spooked. So I'm like,
right. Before shit get worse.
As long as it lets me take it out.
Long and behold, shit get worse. God damn.
Yeah, it took them a couple years, but they got
you on the blacklist.
I'm pretty sure, like, in the eBay headquarters, there's a picture of me up there talking about, don't ever let this person in the building. Don't take a call from him. Don't take an email from him. If you see anything close to his username, flag it.
He was a credit card used by this man.
Don't even let him buy anything. His money, they told me my money is not even good enough to buy. That's how messed up it is. I can't even buy.
That's cold, bro. Oh, shit.
I'm innocent, man. I'm innocent. I was that first eBay account. I was truthful.
Right.
I told them what type of goods they were getting.
Hey, eBay, man, free this man Coop, man. Y'all,
them fools goods.
Off that damn blacklist. Free Coop. Hashtag free Coop.
Free Coop, man. Free Coop, man. I'm still stressing about that, man.
Oh shit!
Still stressing about that to this day. Who said that? To this day.
Oh
To
man,
this day.
I took my boys.
I'm still stressing about that, man. Put it on my gravestone. Bam
Oh
on
shit.
eBay. To this day.
Oh man, that's how funny.
Some bullshit, man.
Right. But it's
so
crazy
I
now
hated
because like
shoes
with
for
Goat
a
and
good
like
minute.
with
I hated it.
StockX and like all these other like other different little things like Mercury or I think it's another one and like I forgot the Offer Up and all that other shit. Like now it's different lanes, but like I remember before it was just eBay. That was your only pipeline to getting shoes that wasn't in the store.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's gonna be my goal to put eBay out of business. I'm about to promote all them other companies. If you want to buy shoes, go to Goat, go to StockX,
Poshmark,
Mercari, Offer Up.
Hey, all these companies, y'all are
Instagram,
listening, man. Y'all need to sponsor us. You know what I'm saying? We giving y'all these plugs and shit. No shit. Yeah. Hey, I don't say that because I got my eBay account still good in standing. So eBay, that is not me. But fuck y'all for what y'all did to my homie. Free coop. Free coop.
Free my damn innocence, man.
Shit.
Free coop, man.
I guess. Let me see. What's like a shoe that you think like? I don't know. I know you say you're done getting shoes and shit like that. I think I'm on that same boat. But like, what's a shoe that you could say like you would still want that you don't have?
Actually, I'm trying to do more of a like I got like a good lineup of shoes, like 10 deep, and then I'm trying to keep it simple now. So if I do get a shoe, it'll probably be some like just regular Vans or something, just to keep it simple.
Mm-hmm.
And like no like special color. I probably just do an all black pair and an all white.
Right, it's alternative.
Even though I don't even like all white shoes, but just to have like an all white shoe.
I mean, it's a few, but like nothing like I guess like that's concrete. Like if I don't get it, I don't get it. Like I don't really care. Like I feel like I have like pretty much all I like want in my rotation right now, and so it's like I don't really need anything. I'm trying to like cut back on it now. I'm getting older and shit. Yeah. So like I gotta kind of start gearing more toward more important things, you know, because this definitely is an expensive habit, and I do not advise this to my younger generation to jump into the shoe game unless you are flipping. Yeah. If you are doing it to flip, by all means do your thing. But if you have a genuine love for shoes and like you know, like I have, and you know what I'm saying, like if you're gonna get in the game, just make sure you get what you want and just keep it. And you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how I got to that. I don't know how I took that whole way.
Yeah, I would tell these young kids don't even bother. Exactly. Unless someone else buying you these shoes, don't waste your money.
This shit don't even mean nothing at the end of the day. Mm-hmm.
Because who?
Exactly.
Who cares about these shoes?
Everybody don't like the same shit.
Anyway. We're all twins.
Like, man.
We're all fucking twins out here.
But yeah, man. Do you want to wrap this thing up or? Yeah, man. Shit, it was a good session here.
It's about an hour and a half in almost.
Man, yeah, you. That shit was.
Tell you about my struggles.
You done been through the fire.
To this.
Oh shit!
To this day, I'm banned from them, man. To this day.
All right, everyone. That's our episode here. Stay tuned for future episodes coming up. And for sure.
And
all right, man.
We'll come back. We can give you another one next week.